You've got a breaking news story, as you can see there at the bottom of your screens right now. It's about Albert Fritz, who has stepped down as the provincial leader of the DA in the Western Cape. That is the latest development. It's been reported that this is linked to sexual allegations leveled against him. The Democratic Alliance has just released a statement announcing his departure until an investigation into the allegations has been completed. Fritz was also suspended from his role as MEC for community safety yesterday. Let's get the latest now on this developing story from my colleague, reporter Ronald Masinda in the Mother City. Ronald, that's the breaking news. That's a development story. What do we know?
Well, at this stage, Pradan, what we do know is that Mr. Fritz has decided to step down until the completion of the investigation into alleged misconduct. What we also know is that Tertius Simmers will be taking over his position in the interim. We do know that Fritz became the acting leader of the DA in the province after the resignation of Bonginkosi Matikizela last year. But there's been plenty of reaction from other parties. I mean, the ANC also released a statement a short while ago. In the statement, they say that the ANC in the Western Cape Legislature has called on the Standing Committee on Community Safety to convene an urgent meeting, as well as summon Premier Alan Winde to appear before to explain the suspension of Community Safety MEC Albert Fritz. The concerns are also from Good Party. They are saying that they don't want this matter to not only be investigated by the DA, and they feel that this has been a long time coming, because from what we gathered from the information we got from one of the party leaders, he said that he's heard of previous complaints similar to the one we know. We spoke to several sources with regards to this. We cannot confirm whether it's around sexual harassment or sexual abuse, but whatever the complaints are, seem to be of a sexual nature. We do know that the DA will continue conducting its own probe. But for more reaction, Pradan, I am joined by COSATU's provincial secretary. His name is Melvin de Bruyn. Melvin, thank you so much for your time. I mean, these are serious allegations. Does it come as a surprise?
Yeah, as COSATU, we are surprised, and at this stage, it's still allegations. We don't have all the details, and we want the Premier to take us into confidence, to tell us what really happened or what the allegations is all about, because it's important that the people of the province should know what really happened. But as COSATU, we can say also we welcome the decision of the Premier to put him on suspension.
Plenty of backlash following the Premier's press release, in where he didn't really specify as to why Mr. Fritz has been suspended. What's your views on that?
Yeah, and I think that we can't have secrecy if there's any serious allegations against any public official. We should have been an open and transparent government, as that's the one that they portray all this time. So now's the time that they must prove us wrong and saying, and be open and transparent and tell us what happened. You can't hide something that affects the people of this province.
It affects not only workers, but I mean it's people's human rights that have been allegedly violated. Of course, the investigations will be ongoing. As COSATU, what role are you going to play in this matter?
As soon as we get all the detail of what happened, I think COSATU will then release a statement. If it is what we've heard in the media about alleged sexual harassment or sexual misconduct, then I think the law should take its course, because those individuals do also have the right to file criminal charges if they feel they were violated by the MEC. So COSATU, by all means, will have a close eye on the developments and to make sure that nothing is being put under the carpet, and that we want open, transparent government so that we can see what outcomes and how they will deal with the problem.
Very lastly, Mr. Fritz holds a very high position in office, a very important one, especially in the Western Cape, of community safety. What does this then say about our leaders?
And I think, you raise a very important question. It tells us what kind of leadership do we have, what kind of caliber do we have, and I think the question is now, or the question or the concern is now in the hands of the DA, and they must show the people of the Western Cape, they must show the victims, they must show the workers out there that they are government that are serious when it comes to any serious allegations, because we can't have an MEC with such a high profile in this government, it's also within his party, and they want to put it under the carpet and to have secrecy.
All right, Melvin, thank you so much for your time. That was Melvin, the brain of COSATU here in the Western Cape. We have been trying as well, Pradan, to get hold of Mr. Albert Fritz. He's yet to respond to any of our messages or calls. We will continue trying, but we will also be speaking to the DA's provincial chairperson after this very crossing, just to get their views on a way forward.
Yeah, it is a developing story. A little bit of unknowns at this stage, or lack of details. Hopefully, will become clearer and clearer, especially what is Mr. Fritz being accused of. Thank you very much, Ronald Masinda. Still